Hi there, welcome back to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. Little visit. I just want to finish decorating a few little journaling cards to go into this little Dickens book. So let's get started. I'm probably going to do some fussy cutting here. I've been going through my bin that I keep here just on my desk of smaller fussy cuts that are mostly ready to go. So let's see. I don't have, I just have a few that I want to do, and I'm not sure what I want to do with them. I love that little fellow. He's a very handsome little fellow. Where are we here? Now I'm not sure if I want to use her or not, because I found what I was looking for. All right, so I have, and I'm sorry if I'm too loud. Let me see if I can bring this camera up a little higher. But then again, you don't get to see as close up when I'm working on things. Hold on. Yeah, you did. I'm sorry if you're getting tipsy here. Come on. Sorry. There. That should work. And then maybe my voice will be a little bit further away. In real life, I'm quite loud. And I got even louder when my father started losing his hearing and hated hearing aids. I just got I got used to yelling so that he could hear me. And he appreciated it because he really hated wearing his hearing aids. And I get it. I don't like when I have to wear buds in my ears. Okay, so I have affixed these, actually not to cardstock. I didn't want to bulk up this tiny little book too much. So I actually affixed it to, I have some paper that's not quite as thin as regular paper, but it's not cardstock. And I don't know what pound weight that is because I find my paper in bundles at thrift stores, but I can tell that it's heavier grade paper. It would almost be used for like the cover of presentation pamphlet sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, what I did was I used aerosol glue, my Elmer's aerosol glue. I found that's the one I like lately. And I affixed it to that slightly heavier paper, but it's not cardstock. Now you can still see the natural aging there, and I want to match it up so that it looks even. And I do think, I'm looking at that, and that's sort of a chestnut brownie color. So I am going to use gathered twigs for to try and marry up the shade. And go around the edge and just make that look pretty, because this was a full page in the book. But I want it to be slightly smaller so that it doesn't hang off the edges when I just tuck it in somewhere in the book to be a journaling card. I find with old paper, Linda, you must know, you could tell me, it seems to be very porous and it really sucks up the ink. And sometimes I find that I almost have to put it aside and then grab it again and take a look and see if I need to go at it again with the ink. For some reason, it just seems to, I don't know whether it goes into the paper and evaporates or what it is, but you'd think it would come out darker, and it doesn't. It actually, I find sometimes the old crummy paper needs a couple of applications of the of Distress ink. I just want to give the edge a little hint. Shoot. This has got the raw edge from fussy cutting it out of a glossy book. So I'm just darkening up that raw edge, and I find that a sponge deals with that edge better than a makeup brush. Shoot. All right. Let's see if there's anything funny in here. Oh, there's more there. Oh. No, you wouldn't show up. Oh, I like you. Okay, we'll use you. This is a catch-all bin. I throw things in and it catches it. I do want some. I want a little bit of music, but I think these are too small. Oh, some music. All right. Oh, I'm going to need some of you. Hold on, I'm going to need you. I thought I had music. I just used some. Okay, that'll work. Alrighty, so you and you, let's get you out of the way, sir, so you're not injured in the process. Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. I just want that music part. This is a tear ruler you can make yourself. I had one, it was solid plastic, and then my Crafty Crush came up with the brilliant idea of making one in clear plastic so you can actually see where you're tearing, and it is fabulous. Much, much, much better than the solid one. I mean, the solid one worked, but boy, when you're like a tiny area that you want to make sure that you've torn exactly where you want it to tear, clear is the way to go. Now, I found this ruler in one of my thrift stores. But you can get them at dollar stores. They're in the school supplies all the time. I'm just going along the edge here because I don't know where I want to cut it. Make this little fella look handsome. I'm actually thinking I want to take those corners off. and make a tag out of it. I'll think about that in a minute. So I think I want you across there and you across there. And then he kind of looks like Winston Churchill. I wonder who it is. For all we know, it could be Beatrix Potter. I'm saying it's a he. It's hard to tell with little Victorian babies because little boys and little girls were very much dressed alike. For the ease of diaper changes, they were in like nightgowns and dresses. So up you go and get your drawers changed. Yeah, I like that. Right. All right. So you're going to go there. 3, 1. And nighties for babies were even used as recently as 1981. And I know that because my little twins, when I brought them home from the hospital in 81, they didn't wear sleepers most of the time when they were newborns, so probably till about 3 months old. They wore usually what was called a layette set. So they wore a little nightie and they wore a cloth diaper, my babies, and little sweater, booties, and then you still bundled them up in a flannel receiving blanket and then a warmer receiving blanket. We just did. That's how we did it. And rubber pants, of course. And boys too. Now, my boy, I had 2 girls first, and then my boy, he was so huge that newborn things didn't fit him. He arrived the size of a 4-month-old. He was 11 pounds, 8.5 ounces at birth. And no, I was not gestationally diabetic. He just decided to take up all the room that the twins had stretched inside me. It just came out huge. But he was lovely. Oh my goodness, such a good-natured little baby. And thank goodness, because my twins were 2, so I had 3 under 3. Yeah, you look very sweet. I think I want you down a little bit. You're going to get caught on something. That's better. I don't like to, I still like some so that you've got a bit of texture. I don't like to glue it all down, but I also don't want it catching on anything. There. Oh, maybe a word snippet. Hubby's going to help me this week. Sorry, you probably can't see me doing that. Hubby's going to help me this week. We are going to attack my studio here. I want to change my tables around. I have a mishmash of tables here. I have, of course, my art table that I work on. And then I have 1, 2, 3 big, long, rectangular shaped, just folding tables that you can buy at hardware stores that have various stations around my room. And some are different and some are, 2 of them are the same, but one is actually, and it's the best one I've got. My dad made it. And I want to move it up closer. The legs on it are better and I can fit more things underneath for storage, but ease of access storage. Do you know what I mean? It's stuff that I want out of the way, but I still get into it more often than other stuff. So, and of course that means completely rearranging your room. And this poor man is just so desperate for things to do. And I want to keep him busy because I don't want him tempted to go into work so much. I really, I'm hoping today's the only day and that he'll stay home the rest of the week. There are younger family members. It's a family-owned business. And there are younger family members who, for the time being, can lead this ship for a little while. Let's get you. So he's going to help me. I want to finish Little Dickens first. I'm going to get Little Dickens finished. And then he's going to help me, and we'll tear this room apart. And I know that it's probably going to... How wide are you? You're about 3 and a bit. I know it's going to take me probably a day to make it messy, a day to sort through, and then a day to get it back to, so 3, 1.5. Get it back to being a functioning studio again. And I hate I'm already dreading, you know how when you clean up a place that's very, very busy and it actually for a little while gets worse before it gets better. And I know that that's going to happen. And I just, I'm already dreading it. But I know that it's going to be worth it, especially with summer coming. The way I've got things worked out, and it happened in the fall with some rearranging. My heat vent is under my desk up there, and I don't mind it covered in the winter because I'm always too hot. But I want my air conditioning in the summer, and because my studio is on the 2nd floor, as is pretty common. Oh, that was too dark. It's going to get covered up anyways, but I didn't expect it to be that dark. Usually it's very pale. See, like that one's more pale. I expect that I'm going to want my air conditioning to be able to get in here better. Oh, come on. My stubby little fingers get in the way of being able to see where I want to put things. There. See what I mean? I wasn't too worried about it being too dark because I knew this was going to be going on it. And that looks nice. Well, he looks lovely. Word snippet. Word snippet. Let's cover you up. I'd like something maybe a little cranky because he really doesn't look pleased. Oh, bright eyes. Excitement? He does not look excited. Oh. How about that? I like that. Let's put you back, excitement. Waiting impatiently. Okay. Come on. Just love word snippets. Laughter really is the best medicine. There we go. I just love a good, any kind of laughing. A little giggle, a big belly laugh. I love it. My favorite movies are comedies. I can't even watch scary movies. I don't want psychological thrillers. My imagination does not need any help with psychologically thrilling me. Now, where do we want you to go? Yep, I like that. Let's see if you're working. This is the first time this morning, and sometimes my art glitter glue nib likes to be clogged first thing in the morning. Wait a minute. I don't want to cover up that little hand, that cute little hand. Cute. There you. You know what? You need to be pinned down. I can feel already. You need to be glued down. Boy, I hope I'm in camera, in view. I don't want to squeeze too hard in case I put too much back there. I don't want a big gloop coming out. There we go. Okay, good. Cute. Oh, that turned out cute. Look at that handsome fellow waiting impatiently. And then there's journaling on the other side. Lovely. All right, you go over here. Now, let's see which other one are we going to use. I like that one with the mama and the baby. Sometimes you just got to get rid of the piece that's giving you grief. Thank goodness for my new glasses. They're fantastic. My bifocal is just incredible. It's so nice when you can see again. I don't need magnifying glasses on top of regular glasses. So sometimes you'll notice here when I'm fussy cutting, I'll approach something from both sides. That's just me. Now, she is sitting on a bit of a chair there, but I think I'm just going to cut her out as is. Yeah, they look sweet. All right, ink. So again, doing that little raw edge there. Because even though the back is dark and the front is dark, once you cut into the paper, there's a raw edge that is white, because obviously originally this paper was white paper. And you can see it. Just, it's tiny, but I can see it. It drives me nuts. Because of course I'm talking about it again. There. Cute. Now which one? Which one? Child's History of England. That's something there. And I just know my alarm's going to go off in a second. I wish I had tea dyed one. Hold on. Oh, come on, don't drop, don't drop. Ah, sorry. That was my knee. Sometimes the really old doilies, when you tea dye them, you lose a lot of the embossing. I wonder if any of these are darker. Oh, you're nice and yellowy. Okay, I want you. Yes. Okay. There we go. You can go back in there. You, I think I'm going to cut you like that. And have you there. Now I still, maybe I want you in behind. Yes, that looks nicer. How many of you were yelling at the camera, Catherine, put her behind the doily? And what can I put there? I think I have to do that edge. I think I forgot to do that edge. I'm just kissing the edge of this just to give it a little definition. Yeah. Out of the way, Winston. Children must still be asleep across the way. Maybe Mom and Dad are asleep and they've got the cartoons on. It's nice that there's shows on TV now at odd hours. When I was growing up, the only cartoons that were on Saturday morning. Ah, there goes my alarm. All right, I hear you. Stop. Thank you. All right, let's see. All right, so you're going to go there. You're going to go there. And then I want something there, but I don't know yet. And of course my alarm went off. So that's it. Sorry, that's it. 2 today and that's it. I was hoping to have this journal finished today, but I don't think I'm going to. I actually think it's probably going to be closer to the end of the week because I'm sorry, but I really, really want to get this room done. And it's nice to have hubby here to help, so I want to keep him busy so that he won't go to work. He can stay home instead. All right, well, this is going to be the gist of this one for starters. And then Winston here, he looks very handsome, waiting impatiently. Take care, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. I hope you're staying safe and that everyone you love is safe and healthy. Bye.